Alright guys, so today we are testing out the full Web Warriors team in Doom raids. So here's my team, and as you can see I got extremely unlucky with the Spider-Punk red stars. Didn't get any red stars on him even though I opened several Elite 4s and several Elite 5s and even some normal red star orbs, and didn't get anything. So yeah. That's sort of a bummer, but what can you do? I'm just hoping I get a few more Elite Elite Fours during the course of the Spider-Punk's Red Star availability. So I'm hoping that I can get at least few red stars on him, but this is what I have at the moment, and this is what I'm gonna go with. Here you can see my team. They're all gear tier 15, they're all level 85, and they have several T4s. At the moment, my only T4 on Spider-Punk is the passive. The other T4s don't matter much because until he gets more red stars, his damage is not reliable anyway, so it doesn't matter if he gets a bit more damage from the T4s. On original Spider-Man, I have the passive and the special. On Miles, I have the ultimate and special. On Ghost Spider, I have everything, and on Scarlet Spider, I have everything except for the basic. So this is the team I go with. About the ISO 8, I think this is the best possible ISO 8 combination. This team definitely can abuse the Raider a bit, but I still think Spider-Man Miles is best as a striker because of the basic that can actually cleanse some buffs from the enemy or clear some buffs from the enemy. And I like Spider-Man as a skirmisher because I really like to land those debuffs on the enemy, because this team also relies on the debuffs and them landing to get those slows, get those defense downs, get those healings, and get those extra effects from their abilities. So that's why I have Spider-Man as a skirmisher. But alright, let's see how it goes. So we are doing Doom 2.2. So this is not the hardest difficulty, but it's still quite hard. And I'm just entering the bio notes. So here it goes. About the composition of the team, I was thinking something like, I think the characters that you want to sort of protect from splash damage are Ghost Spider and Scarlet Spider. I think they're the engines of the team, so it would be sort of obvious to put those guys in the sides. But instead of that, I'm actually using my squishes character, which is Spider-Punk, on the side, just to make sure that he doesn't die. I'm using Spider-Man Miles on this side. I'm putting Ghost Spider here, and I'm putting my Spider-Punk on this side, just because Spider-Man Miles, when he gets that stealth, he can actually sort of stop those chain attacks to Spider-Punk, who's actually quite squishy. So that's why the composition is like that. But enough talk, more action. Alrighty-o. So first of all, you're gonna notice that we have a lot of buffs from the start, and that's the beauty of the team. We got evades, offense ups, defense ups, speed ups, and even those are death proofs. So this is looking like really good from the start. These guys rely on debuffs, so I'm gonna be taking out Emma. And let's see, is there anything we want to be doing? Let's just put that ability block on her as well. So I think she's out of the game for a long time and we don't need to worry about her. We got slows in here, so using this ultimate will be clearing those defense ups, so that's pretty good. And as you can see, the first wave is almost done already. I'm gonna be showing you this awesome awesome ultimate from Spider-Punk. Let's do it on one time speed, and it's not gonna do much damage. It's actually decent still, even though he's quite low on damage, but that was still quite a unique visual, so I'm really liking that. Let's take you out, and one thing, if you're playing, alright, if you're playing with this team as manually, you can definitely just use these abilities quite a lot, because they have that passive that when you start a new node, you will be getting some energy back, so you don't have to hold back your abilities as you did with, let's say, symbiotes. You wanted to save those abilities for the next node. You don't have to do that with these guys, so you can actually auto with them or just play manually, but you can just slam your abilities. Alright, chain to 5 adjacent targets, damage, counterattack, enrage, blah 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 blah. Yep, nothing too interesting, so let's just go over here. Just attack everyone. It doesn't matter who I hit. Let's just hit Black Bolt. Let's give you guys some debuffs. Alright, let's give these guys some defense downs. And this is just doing damage, so let's go for Black Bolt. I think it matters too much. Okay, so now we could be spreading these around, but I don't see the point in that. There's only one character who doesn't have all the debuffs, so... Oh, well, we could have actually spread the offense down. That could have helped a bit. So, sort of a mistake, but at least I can use it on the next node. We see a lot of attacks coming in, and we have those evades, so Elsa's are doing a lot of work in there. Let's hope we don't die on those. Yeah, it's actually not looking too bad, even though we got a few hits in. We also get some healing, and yeah, first node was quite easy. And when compared to the symbiotes, we can definitely see that the time is not an issue, not even closely as it was with the symbiotes. Alright, let's go to the second node. I'm going to be saving this team, and I'm going to show you the power difference between my two teams. So here you can see my Web Warriors 738,000 and my symbiote is 792,000. So they're actually quite close. But of course, symbiotes has been a lot longer in the game, and they have a lot more stars, so it's obvious that they're a bit more powerful. Alright, second node. Let's see how this goes. Okay. One thing I learned from Rayman X is that even though these guys, or how would I say it, these guys, the one thing that you need to be worrying about is actually disrupt. So any characters that can disrupt you are the characters that you should be dealing with ASAP. And if I remember right, I think Graviton was one of those characters, so dealing with him with this team is sort of like a priority for you. And if you're wondering what do you mean and why is that like it is, it's just because, as you can see, there's a steady flow of buffs going in the team, and that's Spider-Man's passive. So every time you are getting a debuff into the enemy team, you will be getting a random buff into your team. And if you get a disrupt, that steady flow of those buffs will be gone, and you won't get those evades and stuff. And that means that you are vulnerable to at least some nuke that can actually kill one of your characters. So in that sense, if you find a character that has a disrupt ability. You should be dealing with him ASAP, so you won't lose any of your characters in your team. Alrightio. With the symbiotes, I think Moon Knight was one of the main priorities in this wave. I don't think it's that important when fighting with this team, and that's just because these guys can actually have those evades, and in that sense they actually can deal with the debuffs quite a bit better than the symbiotes. So I still think we need to kill Moon Knight before he gets a turn, and hopefully we don't get those debuffs in, but we shall see, because it's quite close with the speed meter. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go with the basic, and that was enough. That's okay, that's perfect. Okay. Let's give you an ability block. And let's start getting you off the board. Cleansing those buffs and everything. Let's just get you. Now we have 2 filers. We are a bit low on the speed meter. Health meter, which is on Scarlet Spider, and hoping that we get some debuffs in and get some healing going on before the boss node. Let's go over there, it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, let's get you off the board before you get a second turn. And that was mostly it. Alright. So and sorry to the people who are watching the video. I was ranting a bit about my red stars on Spider-Punk, and as you can see, I put some profanity in the chat. So sorry if you had to see that and you want to. Yeah, let's go to the boss node, and hopefully we can get this done on one go. I'm gonna be healing him up. Alright, so we have a Doom in here. We have a lot of dangerous characters like Kestrels and rescues and stuff, so we need to be doing something to make this work. I think I'm gonna be starting with the basic and just clear those buffs from and taunt from Red Guardian. Let me think. I think I'm gonna save that ability block for Doom when he gets his second turn. We can actually get trauma with this, and that means that actually if our Spider-Man's ultimate is ready, we can stun Dr. Doom, but it's a 2 turns trauma, so I'm gonna be using that on the second turn. I'm just gonna be waiting to get the perfect opportunity to use that. I'm usually targeting there you can see disrupt, so that's something we need to be worrying about here with the bots and with Doom. As you can see, I'm not getting any buffs to Spider-Man symbiote after this. Alright, so we could be extending. Oh, okay, this doesn't extend trauma, so let's just extend these. And hit some more over there. And this doesn't do anything special. Let's just go over here and chain to them. Now we can do the ability block on Doom. And if that doesn't land, we can use the Spider-Man stun on him instead. But now I think I'm just gonna be stunning Kestrel. Okay, this will be fine. We really want to get rid of that. Let me think. I think I'm gonna be using this on, because there's one trick that you can learn with you can do with the with Spider-Man Miles is that the speed meter rewind on the special lands even though the ability is blocked. So there's some. I think it's a bit weird that it actually the speed meter rewinds on every ability. They always land. There's like no resistance block or check or anything on those, even though the ability itself might be like the block could be resisted. So one thing you need to or should know about the team is that I really don't enjoy Captain Sam as an enemy, so I'm really targeting him a lot before he can do any nasty shenanigans. And hopefully get him down, and I did, perfect. Let's go over there. Alrighty, we have a little bit less than 2 minutes, so I'm gonna be speeding this up a bit. Okay. Black Bolt doing nothing. Let's get rid of that Soren Quarter. Let's give you a blind so you won't be doing anything after that. Let's go with the special over here. Throwing some debuffs and chain and everything. And everything's still looking quite nice. I just hate that. Bishop. At this point, if I would be playing with the symbiotes, I would be a bit scared. Because I couldn't be sure if I can finish this on time. But with this team, I think this might be enough. I'm actually gonna be putting my my autoplay on at this point, so we can see how fast these guys work. When we are actually, I don't like to play with auto because you might get some mistakes and destroy your team. But at this point we're quite fine. We can definitely go with the auto, and we are almost done with the node. And as you can see, it looked like I couldn't finish it on time, but yeah, these guys have heavy damage. They're really good on damage, and I spent way too much time on explaining things and thinking about things when I was playing. But all in all, I think when you're playing with this team, you won't have any issues with the time. But alright, so that's Doom 2.2 with the Web Warriors and one shot in each node easily without any problems. These guys are potent. They're really good. And I feel like they might have some usage outside raids. Definitely war. And I'm feeling like they might be unlocking something at some point. But if you enjoyed this video, you know the deal. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions, any criticism, anything, please let me know in the comments. I will be happy to answer. And see you on the next video. Alright, bye!